Swapped in sparkling, Cap.
Yep. Well, that's the guy. Picklock it.
I don't be supposing we could blow it up.
Hello, Swabby.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stay.
You ain't one of Benny's. What are you doing here?
Loman sent to free you.
Knew we could count on our captain. Always looking out for us, he is. Seeing as you've let us out of the brig, I'd say we owe you. So you ought to speak with our captain in the forge. It's up the stairs on the western end.
I know that.
Be quiet and follow me, mates.
Follow me, mates. Sure.
Here's the one that saved our skins.
Be that you? Still alive and kicking, I see. You've done right by me, freeing my crew. So I'll divvy up what I promised.
Goodness sake, I've already opened it. Are you going to close it now?
Door's open, but there's something you ought to consider before you go. Sure, you could traipse right up there into Aldi's quarters to gut Ben with, but he'll be heavily guarded. Meanwhile, me and my crew will be stealing Ben's ship, the Drake. And in doing it, we're gonna bait him into storming outside, all alone. Benny docks the Drake in a hidden berth beneath the fort. Kill the guards there for us. That's why I want your help. After you've cleared the docks, take the western tower to the fort's ramparts and sound the boating bell. 3 rings. Me and my mates will sail out with the Drake. 3 bell tolls alerts the fort to a ship leaving the private docks. With Aldi's gone to sea, that leaves just Ben's Drake docked. Ben's sure to storm the ramparts in a rage. Right in time to watch his pride be stolen.
Yep.
Knew I could count on you. I can't wait until Ben gets his.
The private doctor beneath.
Under the dungeons, there's a cave with a wharf. The quickest route's just ahead, beyond that door. Entrance to the docks is nearest the kitchens. Some of Benny's crew are sure to be guarding the Drake, so you need to gut them if I'm to steal his ship.
Cool. Right. Do it. I don't think that's going to do much. I could strike that actually. Pirates there. They rush me. Not possible. Doot. Look at that. Nice. Oh, it is. It's chugging along, folks. It be chugging along. A grimoire. Yes. Okay. Oh, it's slow, folks.
Done and done.
I'll burn if I go in. Alright, so the western ramparts, and I'm going to do three bells. Thingies.
Who's rung the bell and why? It better not be.
Not by.
What in the blackest hell? Stop! Stop! That's my Outtro fucking ship! Plague and perish those goddamn swivers. I'll blast them from the sea.
Mouth agape, the captain paints to catch his breath. As he watches the ship sail away, his brow descends like a storm.
Do I know you?
Scowling, he rubs the back of his neck.
Well, you wouldn't be the first I've pissed off and forgotten.
It happens, I guess.
Well, you do have a forgettable like face. Ah, right. You're that sloop captain what got caught in the storms. I take it you did a number on my crew. Figures. I should have stayed to kill you myself. Looks like I'll have to remedy that now.
He sneers with crooked teeth and scratches his callous fingers down the scar of his face. But you notice that as he does, he darts his gaze around, searching for reinforcements. Ones that aren't there.
What you hope to accomplish coming around here?
I just want to talk.
So start singing, and do it quick. Because if you've got any fishy ideas, I can tell you this. You can fight me if you like, but you won't be leaving this fort alive.
Well, that's put into a weird one. The Ferranti is obviously the principal guy that sent us here. How was to settle this without bloodshed?
Then I'd be listening.
Eyes narrows, he licks his lips.
Careful what you say next, or I'm likely to make you eat your entrails.
Is there no way to end this peacefully? I'm here to teach you a lesson, but the price doesn't need to be paid in blood. He glances around nervously, licks his lips, sweat trickles down his jaw.
Aye, I've riches aplenty to buy your clemency with. What'll it be then?
Sing my praises to every crew who docks at deadline. That means I could just walk around. Or I could use the coin. I don't need the coin. Sing my praises.
Any pirates that sail through here will know of your strength and cunning. Mark my words. Glad we could come to an almost agreeable arrangement.
Why'd you attack my ship?
I attack most anyone what comes across my path. You'll never know where treasure lies if you don't look. Without a Drake, though, I can't see myself preying on anyone for a time.
Who's this Captain Elids I keep hearing about?
You're only standing in her stronghold.
I know that.
She's the leader of us all. Us new bloods who chafe at Ferranti's stifling rule. Our commander might be at sea for now, but she'll be back soon enough.
So if I let him go, will she come after me? I'll let him go.
Spoken like a man after my own heart. I'll call off the ships who are hunting you at sea. And as for here,
My crew will let you go about as you please. Should you need me, I'll be in Audi's quarters.
Alright, now we can move about. Conduct unbecoming. Conduct unbecoming. Now I can move freely around, steal everything. Kablamo! That must have hurt. Dead yet, so just keep hitting you, I guess.
I'm on it.
Take them down.
Caution, please.
Diddly-dum-dee-dum. Alright. I find myself in need of someone with your particular brand of talents. As our last business transaction went so grandly, I appreciate the opportunity to hire you again. If you're interested, please convene with me in Durridge. Ooh, why would I destroy the layout? That's interesting.
You require my...
destroy the layout?
Do you need something?
I'd like your opinion on Hawaiian leadership.
The Queen seems to operate with a light hand on the tiller, so to speak.
Tugs the edge of his sash, thinking.
And I think that's a good thing. What the Deadfire needs is someone who can lead its people without smothering them.
What do you think of the Royal Deadfire?
I think they're one of the most ordered and deliberate organizations I've ever seen. And I don't entirely trust that. Not after the leaden key.
Right.
Now, you see anything you like?
Maybe. Suddenly barren. Cliffs high above block all sight of the stars from the narrow alleys of tunnels of Nikitaka's ghetto. The reek of rotten fruit mixes with the innocent scent of dead fish, swaddling you along with 100 other lesser filthy fragrances. Your footsteps echo in the darkness, piercing the otherwise silent slums. Almost quiet enough to hear your own heart beating, Yadwin says quietly, the lightest smirk bending her lips. You turn a corner and walk into a plaintive cry, "Help!" Misshapen shadow mixed with low hissing and the skittering of claws and filthy stone to resolve into a pack of skirtle. The glistering maws float in the black. The cave grubs wriggle about their legs, mandibles snapping as if to mangle the air. On the far side of the creature, a small girl dressed in the rags of Juana grips a gleaming sword in both hands. She brandishes it with wildly as a scourge, each swing of the blade releasing a howl that keeps the beast at bay. They creep ever closer to her. However, her eyes plead with your own. Please. Draw the pieces. Draw the beast's attention. You throw yourself into a crowd of skiddles, shouldering one to the ground. As it scrambles to its feet with a screeching hiss, the others turn their hungry eyes and fetter breath to you. Battle! Battle! Need to get something to eat, folks. Holy shit, look at them go. I don't know who to hit first.
Let's go.
Right. We should be good there. He's getting tanked, I think. Finally. Oh, you're welcome, lady. Bloody welcome. The girl panting before you, draped in tattered reparo robes, bears a few bruises and cuts, but looks otherwise unharmed. Beads of sweat, commonly with trickling blood on her forehead. Finally relaxing, she lowers the sword she's been swinging, letting the edge rest in the dirt. The pommel bears the form of a dog's head.
Thanks, stranger. Don't think I could have made it without you.
What are you doing now? You're lucky you're not dead.
I know. But isn't that true of most folk who aren't dead?
Kusei, is that a new person? Oh, it's not.
Anyway, I think you should have this. For what you did, and for what you can do with it.
No, I thought to myself, should I give somebody history in this one? But no, I went for religion first. Hilarious. She kneels, wipes blood off her blade, and slides it into her scabbard before proffering it to you. Thank you. I'll use the blade well.
No, thank you for coming along when you did. And what's more, for helping.
There's her head. Griffin the blade.
I truly appreciate what you did. Not everyone in Nekataka steps in for a neighbor. I need to be getting back to Mother, though.
The grimaces down at one of the dead scooter.
I probably shouldn't take home Skulder meat, should I?
Why not? Home it.
Thanks again.
My favorite privateer. Clear skies.
You don't have to worry about the skipper anymore.
Pirates are adept at scattering when threatened. But this makes planting your boot on the neck of a straggler all the sweeter.
Well, counts out a bag of coins and presents it with one arm crossed over his chest.
I would keep my privateer busy. You will speak to me when you are ready for work, yes?
Bounties?
Your target is Radolf, a Valiant captain and seeker of lost ruins. There is no wicked length he would not go to plunder the dignity of these isles.
I'll take the bounty.
My confidence swells to hear of this, Captain. Radolf commands the galleon Goldbell, and seeks for ruins east of Nekataka, on the southwestern tip of the Kua Orakuhu island chain.
Okay. Got that, fella. So she... Brass Empire. Hazanui Karu paces near her desk, looking like a shark circling the shallows. She clenches a long, elegant bite between her teeth, the smoke trailing an acrid wick behind her. She looks up when you enter and favours you with brief nod of acknowledgement.
The former Lord of Cadnua and one-time terrifier of harbour masters. If dockside tales are to be believed,
Smiles briefly through the smoke.
you have not brought much good news of late. So, in addition to pirates, profiteers, and slavers, the Deadfire has a vengeful god roaming its waters?
He bites down harder on a pipe. That's the bit of shape of it.
Just what the archipelago needs. One more disaster tugging at the seams. He must be stopped.
She halts, turning to face you. You're finally able to get a good look at her. She's not especially large for a Mau, but she carries her shoulders high. Her weathered face looked to have seen many storm-blown and sun-beaten days on deck, yet her eyes are sharp and keen. That's why I came to you all at the palace. She waves a hand.
If there were help to be found at the palace, do you think Deadfire would be such a mess?
No idea.
The Valians won't lift a finger if it isn't to snatch a coin, and the Huana will barely do that much.
Success in trade has been quite elusive for the Rauataians, but the bitterness suits you well.
No one takes charge to solve the big problems. But perhaps we could work together to our mutual benefit.
She takes a pipe in her left hand. As she does, you notice that her right is unusually still. Probably, yep. What do you mean?
Look around. Deadfire's full of fertile, temperate islands. Except for Andra's mortar. It's largely free of rough weather.
She waves her right hand, and you notice again that her fingers remain strangely still. You realise it's an unusual fine prosthetic.
Yet much of it is uninhabited. Itinerant tribes drift between some of the islands, and smugglers and slavers cluster around the rest. It's a waste. Imagine what this place could be, with well-guarded shipping routes. How many Rauataians we could feed with plantations here.
What does that have to do with me?
You've got a good head on your shoulders. Deadfire needs more of that. If you're chasing the god who's stomping this place into the ground, then we have a common goal. And if you're going to survive here, then you could use an ally.
Hint of a smile tugs her lips from her tar-stained teeth. What do you have in mind?
The disaster at Hasongo remains a key concern. We rely on the port there to ship food back to Rauatai.
Tucks on her pipe, hiding her worried expression behind a cloud of smoke.
That's on hold until you investigate. Short of that, there are other matters that demand attention. You've already spoken with Atsura. For now, I suggest you continue to work with him. I might have something for you later.
Game board for.
Hazatoa. Atsura and I usually have a game running, and this one's been going on for over a month and a half. Atsura's good at misdirection, but I've got a mind for the long game.
Long game.
You look like you've come with a purpose.
Oh, what happened to your hand? She's not going to like that. She extends her hand, holding the prosthetic between you. It's an Asquitix piece, with reinforced joints in each one of the fingers and a smooth, sanded finish.
It happened a year into my first command. We were chasing pirates along Rauatai's south coast, and they landed a shot right next to our magazine. A lucky hit.
Quiet for a moment.
I ran below. The fire was already spreading and making for our powder stores. I smothered what I could with my uniform, pulled the rest away with my own hands.
Need another way?
Sure, letting my ship go down and losing my crew along with it. There's a cost to every victory. And the win goes to those willing to make a sacrifice.
She considers the wooden hand, turning in the light. You sense satisfaction in her gaze.
I'll bet you already know a thing or two about that. And if you don't, Deadfire will teach you soon enough.
Okay.
On it.
You're cutting your way through the dense, hilly jungles to the west of Nikitaka when you stumble upon a small campsite. At first it merely appears abandoned, the two tent presents have collapsed, but you see the bodies, two corpses torn apart, mostly eaten, strewn across the dark. Perception. Wow, they've got good perception. Holy shit. Why is their perception so good? The campsite has been thoroughly destroyed. The tents lie crushed as if under some great foot. A kettle rests on its side, very nearly caved in, and the fire has been stomped out. The trees to the south hutch bent aside, as if whatever caused this carnage came from and left by that direction. You recognise a large, uneven, roundless tracks as those of Lurker, a massive conglomeration of carnivorous plants. You also note a wide groove down the centre of the tracks. It seems the Lurkers were dragging something heavy behind them when they left. You focus your watcher abilities, opening yourself to the presence of any lingering essence. The fissure tugs at you, dragging you forward like the rushing current of a flooded river. See the creatures nigh twice the height of a human standing among the ruins of your campsite, eating the corpses of your fellows. Vines and moss hang from their anomalous bark-covered form. Waves of anger and fear wash over you, anger and fear, but also faith and ears has returned, and, with a prayer on your lips, you fire arrows from your enchanted bow, each as cold as sleet. You hear a rushing sound to your right, and turn to face it. Search for salvage. So nice. Hey! A small chest buried in the collapsed tent contains a variety of fresh foods. Sugar? Got a brown sugar? Wow, nice. Bury the bodies, burn the bodies. The dark soil is soft, and within a couple of hours you have dug a hole deep enough for the remains. You lower them into the ground and cover them, consigning them to the wheel. Okay, follow the tracks. The creatures seem to have put no effort in hiding their tracks, and you easily follow them deeper into the jungle. The path enters a clearing, and you almost walk into it without recognizing the danger. How could I be? How could I not see the danger when I knew it was going to be happening, you know what I mean? From the edge of the foliage you see numerous lurkers among a few bulbous dark spores. The primordials remain almost entirely still, seeming no more threatening than the trees that surround them. Spyglass. In addition to the lurkers and dark spores, your spyglass reveals a few smaller sporelings lurking in the undergrowth. Furthermore, you see the corpse of a young elven woman, her right leg horribly twisted. The body grasps a bow in its right hand, the intricately tooled wood of which appears to shimmer with a fine layer of frost. Sneak closer. Maya leads you silently through the undergrowth.
Look.
Okay.
Lavaru beyond seek.
Perfecto. I cannot.
Oh, she pushed me back. Son of a bitch. Oh, holy mama. I don't know why it stopped attacking now. Holy moly! And they're just one level above me. Wow!
Sure.
Groovy little. Yarp, 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 yarp. Oh, mama. Wine and gunpowder scented letter. So, you had a little run-in with Ben, and then you dragged it to my doorstep. You could have wiped your feet before stomped in, but I digress. I know what you did, and I know who you are. Unlike my unfortunate blockheaded second in command, I recognise a threat when it smacks me upside the head. So, this is me, Captain Elios, commander of the goddamn New Blood Principe, leader of the second largest fleet of pirates in the God's fucking Deadfire. I'm fighting you, a terrifyingly powerful and strange watcher, to come and meet me under the strictest parley at Fort Deadlight, which is to say I promise not to gut you when you arrive for dinner and drinks. Looking forward to having a little heartside chat. I would like to offer you a partnership of the most glorious and glorious variety. I scratch your back, you got my enemies from hip to jaw. We laugh at their death over a bottle of the finest rum. Oh, and when you come, bring some candied nuts. Candied nuts? That was a candied nut.